show you.
Okay. Show me.
It's showtime.
Alright, welcome back to another D&D movie time, and it is Halloween! Time for a haunting, scary double feature. And today, we are going to be watching a movie that Cora has sworn she is never going to watch. Which is honestly the first one, the one you're dressed up as. It's not that bad. It wasn't that bad. You ended up saying it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going to be. Right? So, today we are watching It Chapter 1. I have done a video on It, book versus the movie versus the remake. I've also many times in the past I've brought up, especially with remakes and adaptations, where I stand as far as It, but we've never actually done a review of the remakes, so that's what we'll be doing today. Also, I want to go and say that I'm doing a little bit of a contest. There's not really any prize for this contest, but this gives our viewers the chance to run the course. So between now and the end of the year, so December 31st, any comments on this video, the best or maybe the highest number of themes for what you guys would like to see next Halloween. Cora's been asking to watch the Halloween movies, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
I have?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, you have. You've been asking.
I'm pretty sure I have.
You have. Are we ever going to watch the Nightmare on Elm Street movies? Maybe one day. Don't be messing with the hat. Now no one can see your face.
That is exactly the point.
Anyways. You have, though. And it's those two franchises specifically. Halloween, because you said, I would like to watch Halloween in the month of Halloween. And Nightmare on Elm Street, because I've told you that there's a bunch of jokes, and you've seen, I guess, funny clips on memes and stuff from Nightmare on Elm Street. So, that's why you've been asking for those. But I wanted to wait till later. Let's make it past the clown in the sewer before we move on to the other killers who we will talk about down the road. So, but anyways, like I said, this is your chance, your opportunity as our viewer, as our subscriber. Drop a comment down below. What theme would you like to see? What?
Question, what's the prize?
There is no prize. I've already said that. It's not funny.
Okay.
But drop a comment down below. What theme would you like to see? Just note that even if we get 100 comments asking for certain movie franchises like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or what's the other one? Anything Rob Zombie, essentially, we're probably gonna skip because next year at best she's gonna be 12, and I don't think she's ready for that kind of horror until she gets to like 16. Because, I mean, come on. She's not ready for that. I won't even let her watch Evil Dead yet, so. And Evil Dead's like the most chill thing there is. Until like much later on. It's just very gruesome and gory. But, alright. With that said, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. And I don't need to ask if Cora remembers because I'm pretty sure she remembers the original 90s one. So, alright, we will see you guys after the movie.
Bye.
When you're a kid, you think the universe revolves around you. You think that you'll always be protected and cared for. Then, one day, you realize that's not true. Because when you're alone as a kid, the monsters see you as weaker. You don't even know they're getting closer. Until it's too late. My grandfather thinks this town is cursed. That all the bad things that happen in this town are because of one thing. An evil thing. Bill, if you'll come with me, we'll float too. I saw something. A clown. Yeah, I saw him too. What happens when another Georgie goes missing? Or one of us? Are you just gonna pretend it isn't happening like everyone else in this town? If we stick together, we'll win.
Alright, so we just finished chapter 1 of It. Briefly, Cora, what was this movie about?
Same as the original.
Not exactly. In the original, in the 90s one, we actually start with the adults and we keep getting flashbacks to when they were kids. But in this one, it's a little different because they just give us the story of them as kids.
Well, technically, the first.
No, the first one, like I said, starts with the adults, flashbacks to when they were kids. But this one, we're getting them as kids all the way through. That's the difference. So there's no flashbacks.
Okay, but still it's the same movie.
Not exactly. There's many things this one did differently than the other.
What took us going from
Like, it was more accurate with the book names and the store, like the book name, the store names, the street names. All the names of things were actually things from the book. You quit playing with your hair hat. In the book, Beverly actually cleaned up her own bathroom, and then it became bloody again. And it doesn't stop until they clean it up together as a group. Also, they left out, like, them building the dam, them building their little underground tree house thing, which wasn't in the book, and the treehouse wasn't even in the 90s one. Yes, I've read the book. I know what happens.
So where did the treehouse come from?
Well, the treehouse bit came from the book.
You just said it.
I said it was left out of the 90s one.
Never
They
mind.
included the dam part, but not the treehouse part. This movie left out both. So, and there's like a whole month where the kids weren't hanging around each other from July 4th to August. Because Eddie broke his arm. Remember?
Yep.
So, we may revisit that in the chapter 2. But, alright, now normally we would go to a break, but because this is going to be a long one, since it's a double feature review, we're just going to jump straight into scores and everything. So, Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give chapter 1 of It?
8 out of 10. It's pretty good. That's all I have to say.
Which Pennywise did you like more, the 90s or the remake?
90s. Yeah, 90s. Much more better.
Who's your favorite member of the Losers Club?
Female, I forgot her name.
Beverly?
Beverly.
Is she the one you most identify with because she's a girl, or?
Yes.
I would hope not.
Why?
Because she had a horrible father. I hope I'm a way better father than he
You
is.
are!
Unless you're telling me that's how you feel about your mom's.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's a single father. You're a single father. He only has one daughter, which is Beverly. You only have
Never
one daughter.
mind. You
which is
don't
Beverly.
get it. You're not getting it. But anyways, so I know I asked you during the movie, but I'll ask you again now. If your friends were all gonna go down to face this and take the clown down, would you go with them?
And today's generation?
Yeah. All your friends are gonna go take on this killer clown that's been killing kids. You gonna go join them and help?
Hen, I'll be dead by the first attack.
Why do you think you'd be dead? You don't think you could help?
I classify myself as full.
I mean, you've been. Everybody says you're pretty tough. We've had talks about things you've done at school. We're not gonna bring that up now, but I mean, you seem like you're a pretty tough kid. I think you'd be very
The reason
helpful.
why I brought up today's generation, if it was in this generation, that clown does not. Well, maybe it does, but I am gonna kill that thing.
I mean, this thing for you would probably show up looking like Glitch Trap. Or whatever that big, scraggly, demon-looking, fake Five Nights at Freddy's thing is. You know the one I'm talking about?
I would say yes, but if it does the animal.
Or maybe
look
it's
like
mangled? I don't know.
If the animal looks like a bunny, then I do not know which one you're talking about, except Glitch Trap, because there's like 5,000 bunnies except in security.
Which one's William Afton? That's all like wires and circuits.
Oh, I know. Let's have a single spring trap that exists.
Isn't Glitch Trap the most recent one? Or do I have to wait for Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
He exists. Glitch trap existed. I don't know.
Anyways, we're not here to talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. We're here to talk about Five Nights at Pennywise.
What?
That's what they should have named the sequel movie. Five Nights at Pennywise. I will say, from the trailers, I'm a little disappointed in this new It TV series that's coming to HBO Max, because they had a perfect opportunity to use the little side stories from the book, which they didn't utilize. It doesn't look like they're going to utilize that.
A TV show.
Yes! Welcome to Derry!
Oh, can
We've been watching. Yeah, see? You see, guys, you hear that? You hear this? She's asking to watch this stuff. As soon as we saw the trailer, she asked to watch it. I'm like, you haven't even watched it yet.
What do you mean we didn't watch it? We watched it.
Now, when you asked me about the Welcome to Derry series when we saw the trailer.
We watched the old version of it like a year ago. What do you mean we didn't watch it?
You didn't watch the old one a year ago? We only watched it in the summer. And we saved that footage to run during this. So it's only been since July. It's only October. That's August, September, October. That's less than 3 months for you. So 3 months ago. Not.
Okay, but I'm still watched.
But anyways, moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would actually give this one a 10 out of 10. I was very hopeful. I really thought it had a really good start. Yeah, some things weren't quite the same. I wasn't a big fan of them switching it up to the 80s just so they could have the second part come out and be in the 2000s. I wish they would have had kept it like the original dates, but whatever.
Hey, at least got the original street signs and other signs and other stuff.
But yes, I really do like this one. My favorite member of the Losers Club is probably Richie in this one. He was probably the one with the funniest one-liners. Plus, he plays Mike on Stranger Things. Cora didn't even get that. But,
Hey.
Alright, without further ado, though, we're going to go ahead and we've already done enough on this part. So let's go ahead and just jump straight into It, Chapter 2.
See you in a bit.
Something happens to you when you leave this town. The farther away, the hazier it all gets. But me, I never left. I remember all of it. We made an oath. I swear. If it isn't dead, if it ever comes back, we'll come back to you. We didn't stop it. Pennywise. The clown. We can't let it happen again. Get it! to finish it. For good. I've seen all of this time. It consumes us from the inside until we don't have a choice anymore. You lied. And I died.
All right, we just finished it, chapter 2. Carl, what was this one about?
Basically, same as last time. Yeah, they all get calls. One of them commits suicide in the bathtub. Basically, same thing as the last one.
All right. Well, moving on to your score for It Chapter 2 on a scale of 1 to 10.
9 out of 10 is good. I really like the ending more than the last one. That was just because I literally forgot the ending of the last one.
Oh. You don't remember the giant fake looking spider thing that they...
Oh yeah, I remember that, but that's literally all I remembered.
Who is your favorite of the Losers Club as an adult?
Do you really need to ask?
Yes.
Beverly.
Beverly again?
Yes.
I thought you would have said Eddie
Beverly.
or Mike.
Beverly.
Now that you've watched both of these and you've watched the original, who do you think was the scarier Pennywise? This one or the old one? This one was scarier?
Yeah, but face is just really how he look. How he act was just weird.
This one acted weird or Tim Curry acted weird?
No, this one.
The Tim Curry one still your favorite though?
Yes. I don't know why I think you like this one is most is weird. That or that on. Yeah, never mind. Cut that.
You know, we kind of look like a scarecrow with that up.
Please cut like the last like 2 minutes of this.
No. Anyways, comparing the old one to this remake, what else do you want to say about it?
Not much. Not much. Why do I keep doing that?
Do you like the pacing of this one more?
Yep.
Do you prefer these older adults to the other older adults?
Yep, mostly because of how I can remember.
What did you think of the updated Henry Bowers? Was he scarier? Last time with the Tim Curry one, he got freed because Pennywise turned into a dog. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And which of the 3 doors would you have gone through? Not scary at all, scary, or very scary?
The first time, I do exactly what they did, except I would do least scary, and then I'd go immediately through the scary door. Now, here's what I would do. In the chapter 1, okay? Get ready for the entire essay here. Here's what I do. I'll open the least scary door and hide behind that door. Once whatever is in there gets out, I immediately go through the scary door and lock the door behind me. And if there's something in the scary door, I unlock it, open it, because what's in the least scary door might be trying to get at me. The one room, and I get out, boom, and then I go to the very scary door.
Or you could just open all 3 doors at once.
Oh, hang on, I'm surviving that.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that. And the second one...
Because then he'd have to split himself into 3 to have to be behind all 3 doors. Which would probably minimize some of his power.
And for the second act, chapter 2, I'm just going to whatever I remember last time. And if I don't remember anything, then I don't know. That's my essay.
Now, here's the biggest question I have for you. Now that you're 11, you were drop dead terrified that we were going to be watching these. Now, after watching the remakes, are they really that scary?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What's scary? What have you seen that's scarier than this? I know there's a limit on what I allow you to see. For instance, like, you're not going to be watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre anytime soon. Was Silence of the Lambs scarier?
So I don't even remember Silence of the Lambs.
We'll have to do a review on that when you're a little bit older.
No.
It's not that scary. It's more of a murder mystery type deal. It's about an FBI agent tracking down a...
I thought we already reviewed it.
No, we just watched it on our own one day.
And what made you decide that?
Can you quit playing with things?
Oh, sorry.
You said you were in the mood for not doing a review, and I wanted to watch a murder mystery type deal with you because you said you like mystery and thrillers. And I said, well, Silence of the Lambs is not too bad for a modern audience. The old audience, those people were terrified of it for some reason. I think they were terrified of it because at the time, serial killers were like a real thing. And it was kind of based off a serial killer, so... But anyways, moving on to my score then. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it Chapter 2 a 6. I know. Vastly different from what I gave it Chapter 1. But here's the thing. I don't like the ending of this. As much as they kept ripping on the... Can you sit up? As much as they kept ripping on the ending of the book, you know what? The ending of the book was freaking awesome. Neither movie went with the ending of the book. And I get it. The thing that happens when they're little kids, which we won't talk about, that can be left out. But the stuff that happens when they're adults, when they do the ritual of Chud, and I've mentioned this before in my book versus movie versus remake review of this series, and I've mentioned it in other videos, so if you haven't heard this before though, I like the ending of the book. The ending of the book could have so much great special effects. Plus, it would be awesome to learn more about the giant turtle that vomited out the universe.
The what?
Yes, that's in the book.
Yeah.
They go all the way... Bill goes into space and he learns that it is something more. It's pure darkness itself. It's the embodiment of darkness, and they also learn that it is female and it's pregnant and it has babies, And so Ben, during the final battle, he's squashing all the baby eggs, trying to keep it from having children. I mean, I'm not quite sure where Stephen King was going with that, but it was still awesome. And they actually battle. They have like, it's not like a battle on Earth, on an earthly plane, but it's like a battle of the minds between Bill and it.
What the hell was Stephen King thinking when he made the book?
Well, you're going to have to read the book one day and find out when you're older, but definitely when you're older, because it's not appropriate for you at this age. But maybe when you're like 16, 17, it's worth it. It's definitely worth a read.
I thought today's modern world was messed up.
But I mean, the book is actually had the best ending of all of them. But I didn't like this one. I didn't like the silly creature that they just wanted to keep Bill Skarsgård when they could have done so much better with it. And I really thought that's where they were leaning when they kept bringing up the turtle in chapter 1. I thought, oh man, it'd be so cool to finally see the turtle. But nope, we didn't get that. And they could have done something so cool, like they could have had Stephen King voice the turtle, or they could have had Morgan Freeman voice the turtle.
Sorry, the turtle talked in the book?
Yes.
What? Why? Why?
Because it warned the children.
It's a turtle, for Christ's sake!
But anyways, that's just my thoughts. Like I said earlier in the video, I hope you guys are still with us on this, but like I said earlier in the video, if you want to help us select our theme for next Halloween, go ahead and leave your ideas for themes in the comments below. We will take them all into consideration, and I'll look at them, and if I feel they're age appropriate for things I'll let Cora watch at age 12, we'll go ahead. Like I said, she has been asking about Nightmare on Elm Street. She has been asking about the Halloween movies. Aside from, I don't know about the Rob Zombie ones. I don't know if we'd be able to fit all that in, because we'd have to do all the original Halloween movies, plus the 3 trilogy movies. I don't know if we'd have time for the Rob Zombie, and honestly, I think the Rob Zombie ones suck anyway, so. I think one year, what we'll do is maybe we'll just have like a Rob Zombie Halloween when you're 17 or so. Since we'll be going into, that'll be the last year we may ever do these D&D movie times, depending on what your plans are when you turn 18. So, but, alright, with that said, we are going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I hope you all are going to have a safe and happy Halloween today. And if you're going out with your kids trick-or-treating, hopefully you're not going to like one of those trick-or-trunk things. That kind of, I think a lot of people are starting to get done with that. Yeah, it's cool, it's safer, but
What's a trick-or-trunk?
the thing we go to, we used to go every year. They have like all these businesses have cars, and people get in a big line, and you freeze your butt off because you're just walking around downtown in a big circle getting candy from people who are giving it out of the back of their cars and stuff, rather than the classic traditional house-to-house ordeal. That kind of started to replace, but I think a lot of people are starting to get sick of that, so they're starting to go more with the, let's go back to going house to house. Just don't try to steal all the candy off of the porches where no one's watching. That's bad. A lot of people are starting to play pranks on those people. So, but anyways, I hope you all have a safe, happy Halloween. And now that this is finally out, I can announce what we're doing for November.
What?
It's time for Cora to meet the parents. We're going to watch the Meet the Parents trilogy.
How many are there?
It's a trilogy. That means 3. So, I'm not telling her all the titles because I feel like if she knew all the titles, it would kind of spoil it.
It's called Meet the Parents. They're all called Meet the Parents.
Yes, but Meet the Parents 2. But the second movie is not called Meet the Parents 2. And it's a joke on what their name is, that if I told you now, it won't be as funny when we get into Meet the Parents, because you already know what his last name is. And his last name is a joke, kind of.
Right.
Oh, you'll have to find out when we get there.
What's the joke?
But alright, happy Halloween 2025, guys, and we will see you next Friday with Meet the Parents.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Forgot that. Like, comment, subscribe.